Hi everyone, Jennifer here, back with another edition of TV Talk. It's Thursday, and that means it's Avatar Day. And this week's episode of The Last Airbender was Sozin's Comet Part 4, Avatar Aang. Knowing that this is their last chance to defeat the Fire Lord and bring peace to the Four Kingdoms, Aang and his friends begin their assault. But Aang also knows that he must time his battle with the Fire Lord perfectly. With Sozin's Comet approaching, all firebenders will gain an extra boost for a short amount of time. And this will give an advantage to some of the most powerful firebenders in the Four Nations. Okay, things I liked about this episode. I loved everything about this episode. This was not only the season finale for season 3, but also the series finale for Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yes, this is the very last TV Talk video on Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, there were a lot of things I liked about this episode, in this arc in particular, as this is the last of a 4-part arc as well. Now, one of the many things I loved about this episode and this arc was that it wraps everything for the series up very, very nicely. We have the final decision to not only defeat the Fire Lord, but take back basically the world. For 100 years, the Fire Nation has been basically oppressing everyone. The Earth Kingdom, the Water Tribes, they were still around, probably the Air Nomads, but we know they're not still around. They were almost completely wiped out 100 years ago, Aang being the only one left. And even some members of the Fire Nation are also being oppressed. Anybody who would speak out against the Fire Lord, excuse me, and his family. So we know there's been a lot going on. This is the last-ditch effort to fix everything. And what do the friends have going for them? They have the Fire Lord's son, his legitimate heir, fighting on their side, willing to prove that he is not his dad. He may have been his dad at one point, but he is not his dad. If they can restore him to the throne, he will turn the Fire Nation around and make it better. That's Zuko's promise to everyone. And he also has been teaching Aang firebending. Now, what do I think about that? I think this is actually very remarkable, the fact that he is teaching Aang firebending. Because this is someone who for 2 seasons, or, a season and a half, has chased Aang and his friends all over the known world trying to capture him. And he suddenly makes this decision that he doesn't want to capture Aang anymore. He wants to help him in his goal to restore the world to the way it was 100 years ago. And I think that's admirable. Number one, that Zuko was able to take a look at himself and see that he was becoming someone he didn't like and do something about it. And that Aang and his friends were able to forgive him for everything he did to them. That could not have been easy for them. To look past this, not only a member of the Fire Nation and a firebender, but the crown prince of the Fire Nation, and decide, okay, yeah, despite everything you did, we're going to trust you. That shows something. Now, it didn't happen right away. They were a little leery of him at first, and it took some of them a little longer to accept the fact that Zuko did mean what he said. I think the only one who really accepted him right off the bat was Toph, because she didn't have a lot of experience with him. But they eventually did. We also see this big sibling rivalry, this culmination sibling rivalry fight between Azura and Zuko, which was big. I mean, this was a phenomenal, this was probably my favorite season finale, series finale ever. So that tells you something about the finale. And all this, we also see all four nations, the Earth Kingdom, the Water Tribes, members of the Fire Nation who are not aligned with the Fire Lord and his daughter. And you can add the air nomads in there, as Aang is an air nomad, fighting together excuse me, to reclaim their world, to make their world a better place. And that's something I absolutely loved. These people who are so different from each other, but aren't different from each other because they're all people. They're just from different nations working together to make, or at least try to make their world a better place. And I absolutely love that. I loved the ending of not only this episode and this arc in this season, but this series. I'm not going to say what it is because I do not want to give away any spoilers, but it's an amazing ending. I absolutely love it. And I don't want to get into too much of everything else in this, what happened in this arc, because it would be a spoiler, and I don't want to reveal too big of spoilers in TV Talk. I would like you guys just to go and watch the episode and see. This is really just to kind of get you interested and kind of give you guys my impression of it. It's not to ruin the episode, not to ruin the TV show or the movie or the book or whatever talk video you're watching. That's not the point of it. It's just to kind of give you my impressions and get you guys interested to want to watch that TV show or watch that movie or read that book. So I don't want to give away too much, but take my word for it. This was amazing. Out of all the arcs I've seen in Avatar: The Last Airbender, this was by far my favorite. Things I didn't like about this episode. Nothing. There is nothing about this episode or this arc that I would change. I loved everything about it. It ties up so many loose ends from the entire series, not just from the season, but from the entire series. And it brings the series to a close so nicely that there's nothing about it you can't love. Okay, feel free to leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. Please like and share this video if you're watching on Facebook, or like and subscribe if you haven't already if you're watching on YouTube. And feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, and DeviantArt. I do have my name for those 5 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I use for the icons. Please note that all pictures seen within this video do belong to their respected artists. I own absolutely nothing. The links for the 5 sites I mentioned will be in the description section if that makes it any easier for you guys to locate my pages on those sites. And if you're watching on Facebook, the link for my YouTube channel will be in the description section. And if you're watching on YouTube, the link for my Facebook page will be in the description section. Okay, a quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, feel free to check out my related Avatar videos. My other Avatar: The Last Airbender videos. My other TV Talk videos. And my other videos. Okay, before I sign off, a few things I'd like to touch on. First off, to my YouTube subscribers, any of my videos that cannot be found on YouTube are on my Facebook page. Again, the link is in the description section. And for my Facebook friends, any of my videos that cannot be found on Facebook are on my YouTube channel. Again, the link is in the description section. Okay, we will be coming to an end, or coming to the point where I will have to put Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on hold and finish DreamWorks Dragons. So that means that we have 2 polls going on, one for Friday's next TV Talk series and one for Sunday's. Your choices for Friday are Knights of the Zodiac, My Little Pony, King of the Hill, and Wolf's Rain. Your choices for Sunday are Dot Hack Sign, Horseland, Inuyasha, and Outlaw Star. Voting is very, very simple. All you have to do is write down which one of the 4 shows listed for each day you would like me to do a video on in the comment section, and or like or love a positive comment on one of the 4 shows listed for each day, and whichever one gets the most votes is the one I'll do a video on. Please note that negative comments and dislikes do not count as votes. My Little Pony will start with Generation 1 and move into Friendship is Magic if it is the one selected for Friday. Voting will be until April 10th for Friday and May 10th for Sunday, but if I do need to change this, I will let you know. You may vote as many times as you wish, but keep in mind that in the event of a tie or no votes, I do have the final say. So far, the tallies stand at, for Friday, 1 vote for My Little Pony, and for Sunday, 1 vote for Horseland. But you have about 6 months left for Friday and 7 months left for Sunday, so that should be plenty of time for you guys to get your votes in and make your voices known. Finally, as I mentioned before, this is the very last video for Avatar: The Last Airbender, or at least TV Talk video. That means that next week we will be moving into the next generation of, or the next sequence in the Avatar series, which is a completely different show, but kind of the same show, and that is The Legend of Korra. So look for that next Thursday. As always, thank you for watching, and have a very nice day.